This is how I prepare these very special leaves that help stop hair loss. This is the new star ingredient of my magic hair growth oil because of how amazing the effects are. I always start with fresh leaves, but this 2-pound batch is the largest quantity I've ever done at once before. I lay out the leaves on towels in a single layer to help absorb any extra moisture and start the drying process in the sunlight. I was already using these magical little beauties in my recipe, but I recently discovered that they're a lot more effective than I thought. If you haven't heard of these before, they're called neem leaves. They're a plant native to India but can grow in any hot tropical climate. So this is day 1 where the leaves are completely fresh, bright green, and needing lots of that sunlight to help dry them to the perfect condition for the oil. I move the leaves around, check for any bad leaves, and make sure they all get as much even sunlight as possible. Day 2, the leaves are beginning to dry. This batch was impeccable quality, by the way. I didn't find one bad leaf in here, but I moved the leaves around some more to make sure they get the most indirect sunlight possible today. And I begin checking the leaves for optimal crunch, which just means feeling them and bending a few to see how easily they break. These are not ready yet, so I have to leave them for the day, and I come back in a few hours to move them back and check again. Do you hear how much they've changed in a day? That's that optimum crunch, baby. But then we still have some leaves that are like this. A lot of them, in fact. So we have to keep moving them around and wait until day 3 and see if that does it, because this will just lead to bad quality. Day 3, do you see how much the volume has shrunken up and the color has changed? So much better, but let's listen for the crunch. That's pretty good, but we still have some of these that are not crunching. Even if I move them around, they just do this, so that won't do. We'll have to wait a little bit longer, but since there are so many dry ones, I'll have to turn off the direct sunlight completely and let the rest of them air dry until they're just perfect and ready for harvesting. I'm all new batches out this week, and come back to watch the rest of the magic.